In this video, I'll show you how to fix tables of contents that have been tagged as tables. We have done a similar video on this where in the table rows, there was one cell per table row. In this scenario, we'll see that there are two cells in each row within the table. Uh, but in this case, the table of contents has been tagged as a table. And then similarly, there's uh, a table of contents that includes nested tables of contents on the second page, and we'll take a look at how to handle that situation as well. Very similar to the first video, um, we do have an action, a custom action to address fixing the table tag, converting it to a TOC, and then converting table rows to TOCIs, and so on. So we'll take a look at that action and how it runs, and examine the parts and how it all works. To do this, I'm going to go up to my tags actions and then down to my custom action table to TOC. So I'll go ahead and open that up, and let's look at the pieces in this action before we run it. So first of all, we have a step to rename tags, specifically renaming table to TOC. And then the next step is to rename TR, table row, to TOCI. The third step then is to rename TD or TH to reference. So that will change our THs or our TDs to reference tags. Now, when we get our reference tags from our TDs and our THs, we notice that in the table tagging now there are nested paragraph tags inside the TH here that's open. So the next step in our action will be to delete paragraph tags when the parent is a reference, because the step before would have converted TD and TH to reference. So we're going to delete those paragraph tags, and we're going to move the text, the content that's in those paragraph tags, to be direct children of the reference tag. Then we will merge reference tags. So for example, in the TH, well, each TH is going to be converted to reference, but we only want one reference inside each TOCI. So this step here will be to merge reference tags when they are direct neighbors to each other, and so on, and we'll merge the second reference into the first reference, and it says rename to. We will keep the current tag type because we don't want to change the tags. We want to just merge the references but keep them as references. And also, as a final step, because the second table of contents in this document does have links, we will also set the annotations contents for our link annotations using the text in the parent tag, right? So I'll go ahead and run this action, and we notice immediately that there are a number of TOC tags in the tag tree now. I'm going to use some keyboard shortcuts and other functionality to open some things up and to explore things a little more closely. But with that, we have our TOC tag open, and then we have our first TOCI with the reference inside it, right? This table of contents is not linked, so there aren't any link tags here. But here's our first TOC, our TOCI, the second reference inside the second TOCI, and so on. So there's no nested table of contents here. It's all at the same level. So we just expect to see TOCIs with references inside, and as I arrow down through the tags, kind of close them as I go, I'm verifying that this has all been put together correctly, right? So there's my first relatively simple table of contents that started out as a table is now a correctly structured TOC. In the second example here, so now we have a number of table of contents, TOC tags. The first one is kind of for that first level, and then the second one is for that nested table of contents, and then back out to kind of the first level again, to another nested one, and then back out to the first level again. So we'll kind of check these out and maybe do a little bit additional cleanup kind of step by step, a little bit more measured here. I'll go ahead and open up this first TOC first of all, and we can see that here's the TOCI for beekeeping. Here's the reference tag with the link inside it, right? Here's the OBJR, the link object reference. That's the clickable part that somebody would be able to use the link to go to that section in the document, right? If I select that OBJR, find the annotation from selection, takes me to the annotations folder. And then I can see, for example, that the contents has been set to beekeeping and the page number, in this case, page 1, but not, for example, with the dots in between and so on. The second one, for example, is just why raise bees, and then the page number 2, and so on, benefits of beekeeping to, and and similarly. So we'll go back to the tag tree, just checking the link annotation contents there as well. So we have our reference tag inside the TOC, or sorry, inside the TOCI. Closing that one up, going down to the second TOCI. Again, here's our reference tag with the link inside it. So that's all set. However, the next TOC in the tag tree, this is actually the nested table of contents. I'll go ahead and expand this, and we can see that we have the TOCI with the reference, the link inside it. So it's all properly tagged, it's all properly structured, just that we want this TOC to be inside kind of its parent TOCI. So to do this, I'll show you the long way first of all, but there's also keyboard shortcuts to handle this. Select the TOC, I'll choose copy, and then I could either select the reference where I want to paste it after it and just paste, or if I select the TOCI, then I could paste as child, right? Either way, I've got my reference and then my TOC, again, with its 2 nested TOCIs and so on. Go ahead and close that up. So again, we've got our first TOCI at the main level, the second TOCI, wise raise bees, and its nested content as well. The next one is for just this kind of one line, this TOCI, the reference, the link here. So this is put together correctly. I'm going to come back and put the first level table of contents all together, kind of as a finishing step. But after this TOCI here, threats to bee survival, we have another nested table of contents. I won't open it up all the way, but we'll just open it up far enough to see we do have, in fact, our 3 TOCIs here. So the structure is correct. We just want to put it in the correct place. I hit the keyboard shortcut here, Control C to copy it, going up to the TOCI, and then Control Shift V to paste as child. And so now inside the TOCI, I have the reference and I have the nested table of contents as well. And then the last piece, here's the TOCI with the reference, the link, and so on. So this is all put together correctly. So then in the document view, my last step here would be to select these 3 TOCs, and then I could simply merge these TOCs into one. Or if I'm doing this from the dashboard or from using the SDK, then I might take a slightly different approach with those TOCs, is to select them and then run an action on the selection to merge tags. And then in this case here, the tags, I don't want to merge headings in this scenario. So I'm going to uncheck the H1, but then in this case, I would want to merge TOC. So selecting that, and then the direct neighbors, I could either leave this to skip grouping tags or maybe ensure a little bit better merge, choose wrappers only. I'm going to merge into the first tag and I'm going to keep them as TOC. And then when I run that, this dialog box here is asking me that, or it's telling me that the action merge tags has been modified, and it's asking me if I want to save the changes to that action. I don't, so I'm going to hit don't save, but the action has run. So now I have one TOC tag with kind of those first level TOCIs. And then when I go to the second TOCI here, here's still my nested table of contents with its 2 pieces. So the nested table of contents were not merged, just the kind of outer level TOC. So hopefully that helps with how to handle a table of contents that's been tagged as a data table and running that custom action to be able to fix that. We have a knowledge base article where the action, the custom action table to TOC, is available for download if you want it. If you don't know how to get to the knowledge base, or if you need other assistance, if you're outside the US, please feel free to send us an email at support@pdfix.net. And if you're in the US, feel free to reach out to us at sales@pdfix-us.com. Thanks.